Prime Minister Narendra Modi attended the Dussehra celebrations at Delhi's Ram Leela Maidan in Dwarka today evening. He addressed the gathering after the Ram Leela performance took place, and he touched upon the Ram temple in Ayodhya, saying that we're fortunate to see its construction, and after a long wait. He also said just a few months are left for the Ram temple. He also hit out at the opposition. It is, after all, the election season. He said some people are trying to divide the country on caste lines. The opposition has been pushing for a caste census.
आज हमें सौभाग्य मिला है कि हम भगवान राम का भव्यतम मंदिर बनता देख पा रहे हैं और अयोध्या की अगली रामनवमी पर रामलला के मंदिर में गुंजा हर स्वर पूरे विश्व को हर्षित करने वाला है। आज रावण का दहन बस एक पुतले का दहन न हो, ये दहन हो हर उस विकृति का जिसके कारण समाज का आपसी सौहार्द बिगड़ता है। ये दहन हो उन शक्तियों का जो जातिवाद और क्षेत्रवाद के नाम पर मां भारती को बांटने का प्रयास करती।
And there were several Dussehra celebrations in Delhi today in NCR. The Prime Minister you saw there was at the Dwarka celebrations, while Sonia Gandhi attended the Ram Leela event organized by the Nav Shri Dharmik Leela Committee on the committee grounds near Red Fort, while Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal was at the Love Kush Ram Leela Dussehra celebrations. The LG also there, and the Chief Minister also, partook in the celebrations, letting off the arrow, while later actor Kangana Ranaut is also expected to be there as the guest for the celebration. Well, let's go across to Sunil Prabhu now for more. So several Dussehra celebrations, Sunil, in Delhi. The Prime Minister using the opportunity also to hit out at the opposition, saying some are trying to divide the country on caste lines.
That's right, Gargi. In fact, undertone of a political message without, of course, naming the opposition, making it very clear that, the country at this present juncture is all set to witness the inauguration of the Ram Mandir, and by next Dussehra, the Ram Lala temple will be there to, the world will witness celebrations in Ayodhya. And then, of course, saying that attempts are being made to divide the country on communal and caste lines. Something, of course, that we all are aware that the opposition have made it an issue in terms of wanting a caste census to take place, what they believe is an X-ray of society to really understand after the BR government announced that caste census report, so as to be able to help administrators, enumerators, as well as various other people to get a purview of what exactly is India's caste combination, which hasn't taken place since 1931. So it's in that backdrop that the government has been steadfastly opposed to this entire idea, and we'll have to wait and see. This is really a preview of what is going to be the kind of to and fro in terms of the Prime Minister's charge and the opposition's, response to what he is saying.
That's right, Sunil. The Prime Minister also using, the opportunity to remind people that the Ram Mandir will be ready very soon. And he said that, we're fortunate to see its construction after a long wait. So clearly, that too is going to be a big focus for the BJP and the Prime Minister talking about the Ram Mandir.
That's right, Gargi. In fact, a grand inauguration is expected in the third week of January. That is around January 22nd or 23rd or so. The date has to be finalized by the Prime Minister's office, where that formal inauguration will take place, which will really set the stage for the next year's elections. And it's in that backdrop that, the Prime Minister saying that by next Dussehra, we will be able to celebrate it in Ayodhya itself. And, that people can now actually see and witness a Ram Mandir and its construction that is taking place in Ayodhya. So really taking full political mileage of the work that they have done ever since the Supreme Court gave the go-ahead, and work has started by the Ram Janmabhoomi Trust, for which the government is an important trustee and has appointed a number of trusts in that regard.
All right, Sunil, thanks so much for joining us there with all the latest with the Dussehra celebrations taking place across the national capital, and the Prime Minister using the opportunity to also target the opposition. Now let's shift focus to Maharashtra, where once again the rival factions of the Shiv Sena, led by Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde and the other by Uddhav Thackeray, showcasing their strength at competing the Dussehra rallies. It was the same last year as well. Shinde is at with his supporters at the Azad Maidan, while Uddhav Thackeray is holding his rally at the iconic Shivaji Park in Dadar. And so that is something that Mumbai has been seeing now since the split in the Shiv Sena. And of course, the Eknath Shinde Sena claim that they are the real Sena, and they have gotten so far from the Election Commission. That is something that has been approved. So they have been claiming that they are the actual Shiv Sena, and both factions have different symbols and different official names now. But the two factions of the Shiv Sena in competing the Dussehra rallies in Mumbai, as the Dussehra is a big celebration for the Shiv Sena. So Eknath Shinde leading the celebrations and the rally at Azad Maidan, where he will be addressing supporters. And there you can see Uddhav Thackeray addressing supporters at Shivaji Park in Dadar. So there you can see Uddhav Thackeray addressing his supporters in Shivaji Park, while Chief Minister Eknath Shinde is at Azad Maidan. Well, let's go across to Sunil Singh, who joins us from Azad Maidan. And Sunil Singh, tell us what the rally is like, the Dussehra celebrations, थोड़ा उसके बारे में हमको बताइए. और हर साल अब ऐसे ही होगा शायद, ये दो competing Dussehra celebrations चलेंगी मुंबई में.
पहला मुख्यमंत्री होता ये महाराष्ट्र इतिहासामध्ये लिहिल्याशिवाय राहणार नाही.
देखिए, पहले जहां पर शिवसेना की जो एक पार्टी थी, बाला साहब ठाकरे थे, वो शिवाजी पार्क से दशहरा रैली का आयोजन करते थे और लोगों को अपने विचार लोगों के सामने रखते थे. लेकिन जब से एकनाथ शिंदे ने बगावत की, बीजेपी के साथ मिलकर सरकार बना ली है, तब से दो दशहरा रैली शहर में होने लगी है. एक में शिवाजी पार्क मैदान में, जो कि उद्धव ठाकरे गुट की होती है, और एक जिन्होंने पिछले साल बीकेसी में किया था, इस बार उन्होंने आजाद मैदान में अपनी सभा का आयोजन किया है. और यहाँ पर खचाखच शिव सैनिकों से भरा हुआ मैदान है, और जिसमें अभी जो शिवसेना के नेता हैं रामदास कदम, वो संबोधित कर रहे हैं. और जैसा कि अपेक्षा है, उम्मीद है सभी को कि यहाँ पर से एक संदेश देंगे एकनाथ शिंदे, जो अपनी सरकार की उपलब्धियां भी गिनाएंगे. तो जो बड़ा एक मुद्दा आरक्षण का है, मराठा आरक्षण का, वो भी उसके बारे में भी अपना स्पष्ट खुलासा करेंगे. क्योंकि जो मनोज जारंगे हैं, जो कि मराठा आंदोलन के चेहरा बन चुके हैं आज के दिन में, उन्होंने आज कहा, अल्टीमेटम दे दिया है कि आज अगर सरकार कोई फैसला नहीं लेती तो कल सरकार पर बैठेंगे. तो वैसी बात, वैसी अपेक्षा फिलहाल दिखाई पड़ रही है. क्योंकि अभी रामदास कदम ने भी कहा कि वो भी चाहते हैं कि मराठाओं को आरक्षण मिले, लेकिन वो कानून में टिक पाए. उन्होंने यही बहुत बड़ी अड़चन है जिसका कि उल्लेख किया जा रहा है. इसके अलावा यहाँ से इस मैदान से हिंदुत्व की अलग जगाने की कोशिश की जा रही है. धारा 370 जिसमें से हटाई गई, उसके लिए प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी और गृहमंत्री अमित शाह का यहाँ पे गुणगान किया गया. जिस तरह से राम मंदिर बन रहा है तो उनका गुणगान किया जा रहा है. यानी हिंदुत्व साथ में जो है कि नारा दिया जा रहा है खास बात पर.
All right, Sunil, we'll have to leave it there. There's a lot of noise where you are, and you can barely make out what you're saying. But yes, there are two competing rallies, as Sunil was explaining, ever since the split in the Shiv Sena. These rival factions hold their rallies, their Dussehra celebrations, one by Eknath Shinde, the other by Uddhav Thackeray. Well, moving on to other news now, Information and Technology Minister Ashwini Vaishnav wrote to BJP MP Nishikant Dubey over the alleged parliamentary login shared by Trinamool Congress MP Mahua Moitra, saying the matter is of grave importance and that the National Informatics Centre will cooperate with the Parliamentary Ethics Committee. Now, Mahua Moitra hit back on social media, saying she's amused by the minister's response, adding that she's also waiting for a probe to begin on the BJP MP, that's Nishikant Dubey, over his alleged entry into the airport ATC room. Let's go across to Maria now for more. And Maria, so now IT Minister writing on this issue that has been raised by Nishikant Dubey.
Yes, that's right. And this is coming 36 hours before that crucial hearing before the Ethics Committee of Parliament, which will be at 12 noon on 26th, where Nishikant Dubey and also Advocate Jay Dehadri will be recording their statement. And as far as other aspects are concerned, remember Nishikant Dubey had written to the IT Minister, who has now responded, saying that because allegedly the MP concern's ID and password has been used outside by someone else, and in this case Darshan Hiranandani, who has also confessed to using it, that is of grave importance and significance. But any movement by the government can happen only after the Ethics Committee instructs them to do so. Remember what happened in 2005 becomes important, Gargi, that when the Pawan Kumar Bansal Committee submitted its report on the MPs in question, it was the Parliament which took the call that the MPs be expelled. And thereafter they asked, the Parliament said that the Delhi police can begin the criminal investigation, and only in 2007 we saw the first case being registered by the Delhi police. So as far as the ethics or the role of an MP is concerned, that is in the domain of the Ethics Committee, but the criminal conspiracy that is being alleged in this particular case will be a subject of investigation by agencies outside. Remember, there has been an affidavit which has been filed by Jay Dehadri, which is before the CBI. No PE has been registered so far. And as far as the Lokpal is concerned, the Lokpal has been informed by Nishikant Dubey. So quick movements which has happened in the last few days. But I think this response that has come from Ashwini Vaishnav becomes important, in which he's clearly saying that the issues raised in your letter are undoubtedly of grave importance, and the subject is currently being investigated by the Committee on Ethics. So they would be cooperating with the Lok Sabha Secretariat, and the NIC will be providing all information that will be sought by the Lok Sabha Secretariat and by the Ethics Committee.
All right, Maria, thanks so much for joining us with those details. Now, a day after his request for voluntary retirement came through, V.K. Pandian, former private secretary to Odisha Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik, has been given a cabinet minister rank in the state government. Since 2011, Mr. Pandian has risen as the most trusted aide of the BJD chief. Here's a report on why he's being considered Naveen Patnaik's political heir.
You must have heard about the Kalinga Cup football, no?
Yes.
We're planning to start.
The all-powerful bureaucrat in Odisha, V.K. Pandian, Private Secretary to Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik, has taken voluntary retirement 10 years ahead of schedule. The timing of his retirement, just ahead of the general elections and assembly elections in the coastal state, has triggered a major political buzz. Pandian, a native of Tamil Nadu, began his service in Odisha in 2002. He graduated from the Indian Agriculture Research Institute and joined the IAS in 2000. Pandian served as the District Collector of Ganjam from 2007 to 2011. Chief Minister Patnaik was the MLA from Hinjil constituency in Ganjam district 5 times. From Ganjam, Pandian joined as Private Secretary to Chief Minister Patnaik in 2011.
Samastanga namaskar.
After serving as Private Secretary to Chief Minister Patnaik for 12 long years, Pandian sought voluntary retirement, citing personal reasons on the 20th of October. The centre approved the request in a flash within 3 days, waiving off the 3-month notice period. A day after, Pandian was appointed the chairman of the 5 Transformational Initiatives flagship program of Naveen Patnaik with a cabinet rank. As District Collector of Ganjam, Pandian caught the attention of Chief Minister Patnaik and climbed the ladder swiftly to become his private secretary. As his aide, Pandian gained the trust of the Chief Minister, so much that the opposition parties dubbed him the de facto Chief Minister.
माननीय मुख्यमंत्री आशा करछन्ती एटाके IIT NIT रु भला करिबा
His recent whirlwind tours to oversee state government programs and schemes in 7 districts without the Chief Minister came under sharp criticism from both the BJP and the Congress. The BJP even trained their guns at Chief Minister Patnaik, alleging in Odisha the cart is ahead of the horse.
Which side will go? I think that side. That side.
Sources say Pandian will be inducted into the ruling party in Odisha soon and will be given an important position ahead of the elections. With the Chief Minister's ailing health, Pandian is tipped to run the show in the party with Patnaik's blessings. An NDTV Bureau report.
Well, let's now focus on the Israel-Gaza war, and 2 Israeli hostages held by the Hamas in Gaza since October 7th were handed over to the International Red Cross on Monday night, making it a total of 4 hostages that have been released so far. Addressing the media, one of the women described her ordeal, saying it had been absolute hell. Both are being treated in hospital. French President Emmanuel Macron was in Tel Aviv today in a show of solidarity and said that the hostages must be a top priority, their release. This as Israel continues its bombardment of Gaza. The UN's agency looking after Palestinian refugees has warned of a potential end to its operations in the Gaza Strip as of tomorrow night if it doesn't get more fuel urgently.
85-year-old Yocheved Lifshitz says shalom as she is being released from Hamas captivity. Lifshitz and another elderly Israeli woman, Nurit Cooper, were released by Hamas to the International Red Cross. 220 people have been taken hostage by Hamas on October 7th, following a brutal attack on Israel that has killed at least 1,400 Israelis.
My mom is saying that she was taken on the back of a motorbike with her body, with her legs on one side and her heart on another side. That she was taken through the plowed fields with a man in front on one side and a man behind her. And that while she was being taken, she was hit by sticks by Shabab. Yeah, Shabab people.
Reports said that a group of 50 hostages were also likely to be released, but other reports contradict this claim, saying negotiations hit a roadblock over Hamas's demand that Israel should allow fuel deliveries into Gaza.
أنا قلت سنطلق سراحهم وكتائب القسامات أعلنت ذلك، ولكن هؤلاء موزعون في أماكن مختلفة حريصون على أمنهم. إسرائيل هي التي قتلت أكثر من 22 منهم بسبب هذا الدمار.
Adding to Israel's diplomatic arsenal and Western pressure on Hamas, French President Emmanuel Macron landed in Tel Aviv today. Macron said France stands shoulder to shoulder with Israel. Macron's visit comes just days after US President Biden's high-profile Israel tour.
I think this is our duty to fight against these terrorist groups without any confusion, without, I would say, enlarging this conflict.
If Hamas loses and is defeated, then the forces of civilization win. That is why this battle is not merely our own. It's Europe's battle, it's America's battle, it's civilization's battle.
As world leaders scramble to find a solution to the Israel-Hamas conflict, there are fears of different fronts opening. US has now accused Iran of actively facilitating attacks on US bases in the Middle East.
We know Iran continues to support Hamas and Hezbollah. And we know that Iran is closely monitoring these events and in some cases actively facilitating these attacks and spurring on others who may want to exploit the conflict for their own good or for that of Iran.
Iran's foreign minister, on the other hand, says the US is expanding the war. Already the deadliest of the 5 wars fought between Israel and Hamas, with thousands killed, an emergency UN General Assembly special session on October 26th may shed some light on the future of this conflict. With Vishal Vivek, Bureau Report, NDTV.
In other news now, according to a latest study, a glaring gender gap at the workplaces and share of women in managerial roles has declined in India significantly. Sakshi Bajaj gets us the details.
Gender inequality at workplaces only seems to have worsened post the pandemic. As per the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development's latest data, men account for over 80 out of 100 managerial roles in India. And believe it or not, the share of women managers or women in leadership roles has dropped to 15.9% in 2022 versus 16.9% in 2019 as per the study conducted. Now, India has seen one of the largest drops in the share of women managers. Remember, the Companies Act 2013 makes it mandatory for listed companies to appoint at least one women director. Remember, this study comes at a time when gender pay gap concerns are already on the rise, with women on average being paid about 20% less than men globally as per the International Labour Organization, and the average gap for India is far wider at 34% as per this study.
On Dussehra, in the spirit of unity and celebration, a heartwarming story emerges from Pilkua in Hapur, where a Muslim family has been crafting effigies of Ravan for 3 generations. NDTV's Tanish Punjabi reports.
Masoom Ali and his family have dedicated their craftsmanship to prepare 70-foot effigies of Ravan, Meghnad and Kumbhakarn for the grand Dussehra celebrations. Their craftsmanship is a legacy handed down by Masoom's grandfather Kareemuddin. His father Jamal Ali continued this tradition. Masoom Ali, along with his brother-in-law, is taking this legacy forward.
भैया मैंने 100 साल से बनाते आ रहे हैं, हमारे दादाजी बनाते थे, पापा जी बनाते हैं, हम भी बनाते हैं, जो आने वाले पीढ़ी है वो भी बनाएंगे.
Their work is an integral part of the annual Ram Leela in Pilakua, where the effigies of Ravan, Meghnad and Kumbhakarn are set ablaze, marking the triumph of good over evil. For them, the arrival of Dussehra is not just a celebration, but a key source of income too.
बस जी हमारे लिए ऐसे ही महत्व रखता है जैसे हमारे लिए ईद बकरा ईद होती है, इसी हिसाब से हम अपने दशहरा का इंतजार करते हैं.
Masoom says that over the years, rising prices have affected their business. With input costs increasing, the size of the effigies are decreasing over the years. Ahead of Dussehra, Ali's family pours their passion into crafting these effigies. Their story reminds us that celebrations transcend boundaries and reinforce the cultural threads that unite us. With Muhammad Adnan and Tanishq Punjabi, Bureau Report, NDTV.
And today was a day of festivities, with the last day of Durga Puja being celebrated with Sindoor Khela and Dussehra Vijay Dashmi celebrations in different parts of the country. There you can take a look at some of the celebrations and the Ravan Dahan that was held in Delhi. In fact, there were several celebrations held in different parts. The Prime Minister attending the Dwarka celebrations, and in Mysuru, the palace city of Karnataka, all decked up for Vijay Dashmi today, which marks the grand finale of the 10-day-long world-renowned Mysuru Dussehra celebrations. That's it from us for the moment. A very happy Dussehra to all our viewers.